Hey, this is Jeremy, and I want to give you guys, my YouTube and mailing list subscribers, a brief update on some things you can expect out of Mockup 3D. Let's take a look. So I got the Mockup 3D demo here live on my site, and take a look if you haven't already. It's at mockup3d.com/demo. I'm going into the can right now, and I just want to show you a few things you either may not have noticed or just may not have cared about. So I'm going to go into the edit section. You can just click edit, and it'll open this window where you can start to to move things, to edit them around. You can move both the mockup the mockup and the edit, but you can see that I've already started. You can select different things and the layers pop up when you select them, and of course you can also hide them. So if we want to hide the nutrition facts here, we can just hide it, and we can upload another image. You can just drag it right on, and that's actually one of my demo images, and you can just plop that right here, which is where I usually put it. Another thing I've done, which is pretty cool, is I've done some keyboard shortcuts. So I've actually put them here in these menus. You can use the menu to like move down and move up, but you can see there's keyboard shortcuts there as well, usually using the bracket keys. So we can just move them up and down. We can move it to the very bottom and to the very top using a shift bracket. You can move to the very bottom, very top. So that's useful. Let's say we have a white background in here. We want to move something up ahead of it. That's what we do. Again, you can use all these layers. Another thing I put in is the ability to duplicate layers and replace them. So if we duplicate that layer, we just duplicate it exactly the same spot. Then we can open this in Photoshop and then take that, and then to replace it, there's a couple ways you can do it. My favorite is you can just drag it right on there. And then you have a replacement, and it's exactly in the right spot. We can move it just down a little bit to where it's supposed to be, but that's how you replace layers directly. And then there's also, you can open this layer here, and you can replace it by moving it on there. So we could replace it again. Again, you can just drag it in, or you can click the image, and then you can just open it using the regular thing. And and the other thing is I've added some keyboard shortcuts for adding new images. Like I can go Command-Shift-O, will add another image, or Control-Shift-O if you're on a PC, or frankly if you're on a Mac too. Control and Command both work perfectly well. And then you can use this, bring this arrow in there, and then delete them, of course, by going like that. So I've got basically better layer operations and keyboard shortcuts. And tell me if you guys want anything else. Big elephant in the room is undo, which I will have later. It's just a little bit tougher to implement, so I haven't gotten to it yet. But anything else that you want to see, I would love to create. And then, another thing I wanted to show is the shapes. You can change the width, which is probably the best thing, width and the height. And if you want to change the height, and things start to stretch out, but you can unstretch them by going right here. Oops, sorry, just hold the end here, and you can just unstretch them so that it'll compensate. So you can totally do different shapes in this. And now I want to kind of go over some features that I haven't put in my demo yet, but are coming soon. And to do that, actually, I'm going to show Blender here, which has got this mess of a material that I'm creating. Just a whole lot of things going on, but it's complicated on my end, but simple on yours. So I'm going to go in there. I got a bag. And right now it's just a pretty dull bag, but you actually notice something kind of weird about the window here. And that is transparent. So I'm going to go ahead and change the background color. Again, you can't do this in my demo yet, but I'll have that there soon. And so I put that in there, and you can see that you see right through to the red. And that's just done here in the edit. You can see that we have a checkerboard pattern, which shows the transparency. And if I unlock, this layer is a white with a hole in it. So if I unlock that layer, I can move it around. Or I can just completely get rid of it, and then you have an entirely transparent bag. And you can just export this as a PNG, put potato chips in there or whatever, or just if you want just a regular little bit of white in there, you can have just the bottom. Let me just unlock that. Sorry. And then you can have the bottom bit be transparent. You can duplicate that. By the way, Command D also duplicates, and we can have just a small window right there that just kind of gives you window, and of course it's fully 3D. You can have that at any angle. So that's kind of a cool feature. I'm still working on some of the technicalities around that and getting that to work correctly. Another cool thing I'm working on is metallics. You can have these be partly metallic. I'm going to have be able to have different metallic text and stuff, separate bits that are be metallic. But you can already do some of this metallic, so it's very cool. And yeah, I think that's a decent update. I'd love to hear your feedback. Whatever you tell me is is probably going to go into the app. I'd love to hear what models you'd like to put in. Love to hear if the interface makes sense. Love to hear what else you might want to have there. One request I've gotten is exporting PSDs, which I'd love to do, like having a separate object, shadow, maybe the transparency as well. That I am definitely planning on doing. I have not done it yet, but I know how I'm going to do that. So that's a big part of what I'm doing. So anything else like that, please tell me. Again, thank you for subscribing, and catch you in the next one. Some more updates. All right. Bye-bye.